I'm Soraya and I wanted to share with you the backgrounds of this art journal. So the story begins when I was just perusing a new store that opened here in Portugal, and it has a lot of different materials that you can use in coloring and in other hobbies. So I saw that they had these art journals. So the art journal, it's this one, and it has, the paper for watercolor, and it lays like this. So the funny thing was that when I first saw it, my first reaction was like, you're not going to buy an art journal, you never did an art journal before. So I actually stopped, but then, in my head I'm like, why am I, just being paralyzed by this? Why not have an art journal like I see in the YouTube videos that are like this, and then it lays flat? So yes, I bought it. It was not my blockage was not because of the price, because this art journal cost €1.99, so it's a little bit over $2. And I know that usually they are much more expensive. I never looked for one, so I don't know exactly the prices, but I know that €2 for an art journal is not the end of the world, so why not experiment? So last year I had a tiny notebook that it was a sketchbook that I was just putting my I was just experimenting with the materials. Hang on, I'm going to grab it. Okay, so here it is. Oops. So yeah, this is what's left. So I had this tiny notebook. It was like this. I already spent half of the papers. So last year this was like my first go of using up the materials and trying new materials. So this was with inks, this was with paints, this was with finger paints, this was with gel crayons. So I was just, experimenting, and I actually just did the backgrounds in this one. I went to a shop and with the guillotine they cut it, so I'm using this in collage. So this year I'm going to give a step forward. So I started with doing the backgrounds, and this is what I want to show you are the backgrounds. So I experimented with different materials. This one, for example, is acrylic. So I didn't use acrylic when I did this one. I didn't use acrylic paint, and here I used acrylic spray. So this is a very simple page, but I just love the texture that you have. So I just sprayed, and then I just put the page like this, and you have this effect. One of the paints, it's actually metallic. And yeah, so this is the background, and then my next phase is going to be continuing with the page. So that's my step forward. So this is the another types of paint that I wanted to use up. So I discovered that I really like circles, so I was just experimenting with different shapes. So once again, paints that I want to use up. And then this is metallic paint, again with the acrylic spray. And I think this looks like, the reefs under the sea. So yeah, these were 2 more colors. This is too much. So this was a lesson learned. I was using up the rest of this paint that I had, but the problem was that all of this paint was metallic. So that's why you have all of this glare. But I'm okay with it because I learned the lesson, and of course I'm going to put stuff on top, so hopefully it's not going to be so yay on your face. But yeah, so the patterns were supposed to be this. Okay, so first it was just blobs, and then I started mark making. And yeah, I'm not really the rectangle girl. I like more the circles. But yeah, it's another page. This one was sprays, but it was textile sprays. So yeah, once again the paints. So see here, they are all pastel, not metallics. So yeah, look at this, big difference, right? So once again the acrylic, and I have no idea why here I have these lines, but it's another effect. More metallic paint. I already know what I want to put on top of here, so that will be, let's see if I can pull it off or not. Here it was me trying to use oxide sprays. So see, it has different colors, but I was really disappointed with this because I used them and I put water on top. See this, but the reaction was almost nothing. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it was just so meh. Yeah, see, yeah. So I just put more circles on top of it, so you have metallic and you have pastel. So yeah, another background to play. Then we have this one, more acrylic paints. I know I have a lot of white space, but I like it like this. So I didn't follow any technique, as you can see. I started with the materials that I wanted to experiment. This was the spray acrylic, and then if I was okay with it, fine. If not, I tried to change a little bit. So here it was me trying not to do circles and just kind of rectangles. I needed a little bit more of this color, but I didn't have more. This was the end, so yeah. Then we have this one that has like different colors for me. It actually had neon orange. That's how it started, and this one, but then I added the yellow, more metallic. When I have these paints, the pink and the purple are my least used color. So when I go to my art journals, I just need to use them up. So I have a lot of these colors. And then here it was my experiment with Brusho. So this is one color, it's the blue, and I just put so much water. See, look at the paper. But it was like meh. So then I put acrylic and then I put metallic, the dots. So now I like this background better than it was. So this was Brusho. This was again the sprays. But see, the problem with Brusho, this is from here, and that's why I wanted to do the backgrounds first, because I learned from experience two things. One is that the materials that I love to use, this happens a lot. Okay, so they bleed. That's what happens with Brusho. That's what happened with the Distress Oxide. When you wet here, it passes through here. You cannot see it because this is dark paint, but yeah, so that's why I wanted to. And then there's the mess also that I do from the other pages, so that's why I wanted to do the backgrounds first. And also the other thing is that when I do collage on top, then I don't need to worry about the water just wrinkling the paper. So once again, we have the texture that I love. I was just so fascinated with this. Yeah, and it's just so simple to do it because I just put it here and that's it. So this is acrylic. I didn't use any paintbrush. I just put little dots like this, and then the paper, and then it was a kind of a mess here, but we'll see what this page is going to end up being. Another one using these paints. This one has the silver. And this was me using the Genzytami granulating watercolors, but disappointed because you see, I think I just put too much water and my paintbrush was too tough, because this is not the effect that I was looking for. You're going to see later on that I achieved the effect, because this was not the first page that I did. And then I just put here another paint on top. So here we have waves, so it's not always the circles. So I was also experimenting the patterns that I like. So this one, it started with acrylic spray. I didn't like it. Then it was paint on top, and then this is like abstract. Here it's once again the Gasai Tambi, another color, and once again this was not exactly the effect that I was looking for. So then I just put paint on top, like a different style, to see what I came up. So yeah, it's different. So here another attempt of me not doing circles again. So you just have like kind of stripes. And I like that you have different textures here. So yeah. Here it was, I put here one color on this side, another color on this side, and then when you close and open, you have the reminiscent of this color here and then this color here. So I thought it was cool, like to have the reverse. And here are the brush holes. So this time it worked. See, this one is just completely different from, where's my, it's completely different from this one. See, this one, it doesn't look like this one. So here I didn't alter anything. It's just the brush hole, the effects, and I'm happy with it. I didn't have to put anything on top, because it looks cool as it is. Okay, another attempt of me not just doing circles. And this is the Gasai Tambi. So see, this is the effects that I was looking for on these ones that I showed. So here, see, it's nothing like this. And this was just really simple. It was just putting, and then just putting water, and then you have these amazing effects. So here I also didn't think it needed anything else to put on top. So this is only Gasai Tambi, this is only Brusho, and then on the others you have more materials. Then you have this one, blue and silver. And the last one, it's also the other one, which is blue here, green here, and then you have the ghosting when you close the pages from the other ones. So here are the backgrounds that I did in this art journal, and now I need to start doing the pages. So I hope you like this. If you have one art journal, I would love to see it. And in the next video we'll see what I can share with you. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you soon. Bye.